All-time high is right around the corner. So if you're looking at the ETF inflows, do you see a pattern? I do. And that pattern is it's escalating. The net inflow of Bitcoin into these ETFs are growing. And I don't think they're going to stop growing. They just keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And why do you think right off the bat we're seeing some growth? Because we're getting more inflows and more buying. And it's just going to keep on going, right? I don't think it's going to stop. So here's the latest numbers. This is what I found. In total, we added a little bit less than I expected because we had a little bit more selling from not only Grayscale, but this other, I think Bitwise, no, not Bitwise. There's another fund that was selling. Oops, I turned off. They can't compete, but BlackRock added about 224 million. Fidelity added 120 million. You had ARK that had a spectacular day adding 101 million. But you had one fund that sold 37. Not sure why. I guess people just don't like that fund. And then you had Grayscale up their selling to 131. So net inflow a little bit smaller at 339 million. Okay. 339 million is still 339 million. Okay. We're still getting hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin being bought and entering these ETFs, right? And it's going to keep on going and going and going. Speaking of ETFs, I tweeted this out because I found this from Hodl 15 Capital. ARK is the third biggest ETF right now in terms of Bitcoin. And today alone, just ARK added over $100 million. Okay, they're the third. And the third is a big difference between first and second for, BlackRock and Fidelity, right? We don't have the total number of inflow, but it's going to be absolutely enormous because it was leaked out that BlackRock today alone added 750 million. What did I tell you guys this morning? I even predicted that. I said I would not be surprised if BlackRock adds about 750 million today. Right? I'd even said that because yesterday they added 500 million. And seeing how today pumped. So, just BlackRock and Fidelity, just BlackRock and ARK combined, you're talking about over 850 million. You add Fidelity's probably at 400 million. You're talking about over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin that was bought and now flew into the ETFs, right? Remember, I showed you guys this morning, the escalation of buying, of the inflows into these ETFs. It's only going to keep on increasing, guys. It's not going to stop. That's the thing. It's not going to stop anytime soon. That's why we keep going up. It seems like Bitcoin does not want to come down. Why are we not falling? Why do the bears keep on complaining that they keep getting liquidated? It's simple. You have 12 ETFs that's buying more than $1 billion worth of Bitcoin per day. Now, there's other reasons why there's so much inflows into Bitcoin ETFs. Because people that hold gold ETFs are selling like crazy. They're selling boatloads. Because why would you hold gold ETFs when it virtually never moves and it's not even a good store of value anymore? It doesn't even hedge against inflation. If it can't hedge against inflation, what good is holding Bitcoin ETF, gold ETFs, right? I get gold, physical gold. Yes, you can use it as paperweight. Yes, you can hit someone over the head with it. But as for gold ETFs, there's not much you could do with it, right? So look at the massive outflows from all these gold ETFs. Massive, 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 massive outflows. There are coming out at an alarming rate. And guess where the money is going into? Okay, I think this graph tells you exactly where it's going into. Gold ETFs. All the money is flowing into Bitcoin ETFs. That's exactly what's happening. There's an inverse relationship right now. That's another reason why there's so much money flowing into these Bitcoin ETFs and into Bitcoin overall. I mean, it takes an enormous amount for Bitcoin to even go up $1,000, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but I can't even compute how much it takes to make Bitcoin go up $1,000. I mean, it must take tens of millions, no, hundreds of millions to make that happen. I mean, there's so much money going in right now. And you compound that with the fact that Bitcoin on exchanges is now at the lowest level that we have seen since 6 years ago. I mean, 6 years going all the way back to 2018 now, right? Or 2017, whatever. I mean, we haven't seen Bitcoin reserve be this low in a long, long time. And pretty soon, it's going to be at 2013 levels. And then things will be very interesting. When you have so much buying and very little Bitcoin on exchanges and very little in the OTC market, guess what's going to happen with the price, right? The price is going to skyrocket. Now, I know I've been bullish. I made some calls, and I think I'm going to be correct. But now the traders that are playing with call options, they're even more aggressive than me. So what's going on right now is there are a lot of traders buying call options at between $60,000 and $80,000. Okay, and some of these calls are very early, as soon as April, as soon as the halving event. So now traders are predicting, or a lot of traders, okay, are predicting that we will be not only at all-time high, but beyond all-time high as soon as the halving event. And there are some that are betting wild numbers, 70, 75, 80. Some are betting $100,000. Not everything is in April. Some of these calls are a little bit later, but still, you have vast majority of traders buying call options for near or a little bit past the halving event. That's how bullish people have become, right? And you know what? They may be right, because that's what I said too. I said I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if Bitcoin is around 70,000 by July. I've said that before. And I said I would not be surprised if Bitcoin is around 60,000 before the halving event, right? So we're not too far off. But the way we're going, we could be at 60,000 by the end of this week.